I've picked 3 side quests, the ones that stayed with me, to figure out why side quests in the game feel brilliant, but somehow off once you finish them. Hi, it's 101. The backstory. We play as a samurai woman. Her parents were killed by a group of 6. They are the main bosses. That's where it all began. One's already down. After that, the trail carried us up Mountain Yotei to that brutal, beautiful duel with Tokachi. Now, we're on our way to the second boss. The first side quest we stumble on: a man and his bear. Bear! Absolutely non-threatening, non-violent, second most friendly bear, after the grizzly. Thank God it's not polar. He tells us a story about himself, the bear, and the girl. Since there is no girl, we expect that something might have happened, either between the bear and the girl, or the man and the girl, which is obviously a path the game can't really explore. No. The guy says he was very fond of the girl and wanted to place a charm on her grave. A charm? That's what they call amulets in this game. Interesting setup for a quest. So the quest is simple. Fetch the amulet from the merchant. Either buy it or get it another way. Place it on the grave and job's done? Yep. But there is the father near the grave. He says there's more to the story. That the guy with the bear is responsible for the girl's death. Obviously, we have to confront the guy about that. With such a strong setup, it feels like there is more to it. More than just the bear attacking the girl after some argument between the man, the father, and the bear. Because it can't be that simple. It's like telling a story about missing children and a clown terrorizing the town. And then it turns out, yeah, there is a clown. And that's it. Even if you don't remember the whole story of It by Stephen King, you know there's more. They have to find a way to defeat the clown. They even defeat him twice. Once temporarily and once for real. So what really happened? The bear killed the girl. There was an argument between the father and the guy, and the bear killed the girl accidentally. We confront the guy. What would be? Does the bear attack us? Do we attack him? Any smart twist? A follow-up quest? A story? The guy decides to leave the bear. End of story. Even I can think of a more emotional ending than this. Let's leave aside the thought that it's not wise for a grown man to let a child play with a real living bear. Let's pretend we don't see that plot hole. Okay, if we take it seriously, here's how it could have worked. But imagine this. Only this man can handle the bear. If they're separated, the bear goes berserk. No one can stop him. Picture it. The bear goes wild. Cheers through the village. The man returns and realizes he has to end it himself. Cliché? Sure, but at least it would mean something. Atsu and the guy regret, remorse, blame, blocking each other on Instagram, lawsuits. Typical early 1700s. I'm not a writer, and yeah, that's a cliché. But still, it's better than what we got. A quest that just stops mid-sentence. And an amulet, no one even knows how it ties to anything. We need something to hold on. Do something, make the player feel useful. Hurry, give her a token to fetch. Perfect, done. Great work, everyone. Have a nice Friday evening. Now I desperately need a thriving story. Something that breathes. I found one near the town. Actually, it's not even a quest, it's a bounty. It starts strong. An old lady who offers tea before murdering travelers. They say she doesn't work alone. She hunts at night. What a setup. It sounds straight out of Sherlock Holmes. A killer with a poison tea. That's a great hook. It grabs you. But then you get there. 2 people murdered. Mystery in the air. And when it starts? Nothing. No twist, no reveal. She just admits it. Yeah, I murdered. And I robbed. What else do you expect? She could have added, what do you want? A theatrical act? Charades? A magic trick? A rabbit in a hat? A cup of poisoned tea? Sorry, that's above my pay grade. That's it. The quest just ends abruptly. That's when it finally hit me. This game loves to wrap up even its creepiest stories like it's patting you on the head. Who's a good boy? Yes, you are. Now go fetch another one. Same pattern, same emptiness. And the thing is, you don't need any special scenes or extra mechanics to make a twist work. The quest designers clearly know how to do it. They know how to set it up, how to build tension. Because later on, there are bounties that do it right. For example, we meet a guy later. His bounty takes less than a minute to complete, but it raises a major existential question about Atsu and her character. It shows her future. And the real revelation there is a single question. Look at me. Is that your future? See? Sorry, I have to show you a clip from the later stages of the game, but do you see that?
I was fishing till those raiders attacked me. I had just enough time to scramble up here with my bow.
Seems like you put up a fight.
I used to be a samurai, but not much longer. This wound isn't healing. Care to share some salmon with a dying man?
Honey?
I do. And don't worry. All you need is my mask to collect the bounty. You'll need to light the fire. I'm not much use.
Don't sound so impressed.
It's not the food. It's the company. Here I am, hiding in a cave, speaking to a killer, waiting to die. Is that how you want it to end someday?
I wasn't given a choice. I am what other people made me.
And when they're finally dead, what will you be then? You'll be sitting here someday, speaking to someone else just like you.
You make it sound so simple, but it's not. Something happened to me when I was young. Something unforgivable. People need to pay for what they did. Want more salmon? You there?
Just 2 minutes. One short scene. That bounty doesn't even have a setup or a big build-up. But you remember it. It creates emotion. It sticks. This kind of bounties exists in the game, but they are so rare. And that's how this mini-story ends. We're still chasing that great side quest. And then a castle. Massive, majestic, the gates half open, the stairs rising like something out of a fairy tale, calling us in. Nearby, there's the storyteller, the same one we met back in Takeza's duelist quest. Now I'm hyped. He starts spinning his tale. A warrior, the greatest general, Spider Lily, and his daughter, the one he trained to become the perfect fighter. He loved her more than life itself, but something went wrong. A wound. Small, yet somehow she died. The general lost his mind, killed everyone around him, then vanished, hiding in his keep like a ghost, haunting his own legend. Obviously, this story doesn't come from him. It comes from whispers, from others. And that makes it even better, because now something doesn't add up. A great intrigue, a great setup. You can feel it. There is more to it, because if no one's left alive to tell the truth, then whose story is this really? We move deeper into the keep. The tone shifts. There is mystery in the air. To open the inner gates of the castle, we need 4 keys. Simple, right? One of them's nearby, almost too easy.
An old key. There's a note here too.
You always begged me to throw you high into the air. You wanted to fly higher than the top of the pagoda.
This key must open the lock engraved with the pagoda.
Yuri, you finally returned. What I did to you, will you forgive me?
I'm sorry for what happened.
It was my fault, not yours. Find your way home, Yuri. Then we will talk.
On the left, a cave, dark, winding, a puzzle that loops on itself like a nightmare. No matter what path you take, you're sent back to the entrance. Until you notice the red roses on the floor. Follow them, and the maze gives up its secret. That's your key.
Sorry I pushed you so hard when we trained here. I know you hated it, but I wanted to make you strong so you could protect yourself.
Creepy moment, but a good one. Next, we meet a wounded bounty hunter near another cave. He says his friends are inside, all dead. Good setup. He warns us not to go in, which obviously means we go in. Inside, there's mist, cold white heavy, bodies frozen in strange poses, faces twisted mid-scream. We can't touch them, we can only look and listen. Then a voice. It echoes through the cave. The girl hid here when she didn't want to train. The general's voice, broken, regretful. He pushed her too hard. He's sorry. No fight, no visible enemy, just silence. We move on. The inner gates of the castle are sealed tight, locked from the outside, which means whatever's trapped inside couldn't have killed the people outside, so the bodies we saw in the cave weren't his victims. But we still hear screams, voices behind those doors. So who's dying in there? Now, if the locks were meant to keep him inside, how did the keys end up outside? Mystery on top of mystery. We reach a tomb, a group of bounty hunters, alive this time. Some want to run, others stay. We fight, and in the chaos, everyone dies except us. Among the bodies, a note. The daughter isn't dead. He was forced to say she was. Finally, we have all 4 keys. We unlock the inner yard. And there, the general. The fight begins. He calls us by his daughter's name. He believes we're her.
I need to know you're ready to face the world without me.
Yuri! I never imagined to become so skilled.
Your daughter isn't coming back!
I'm sorry I didn't let you paint.
I didn't want to fight you, Father.
I only wanted to teach you how to protect yourself.
You did, Father. I'm strong now. Thanks
We
to you.
strike him down. The mist fades. The armor appears on the stand, and he's gone, like a ghost evaporating into his own guilt. But what was he? If he was a ghost, how could he be locked away? And if he was alive, how did his armor end up here, untouched? Why were the keys outside? Did he leave them for her? If so, how? If he was trapped inside? And if he could get out, How was he ever trapped at all? Maybe the locks weren't to keep him in. Maybe they were to keep us out. But they failed. We've seen what he did outside. No answers, only questions. And the mist keeps moving. They could have used the idea that this story was told by someone else. Maybe an unreliable narrator. But no, the same pattern. If it says he's mad, he is. If it said that she died, she is. No climax, no revelation, nothing. The cave was perfect. The mist, the mystery, the maze. But the story doesn't add up. How did the bodies die? If the group of bounty hunters we meet later is the same one that entered earlier, why didn't they take the key? Nothing connects, not at the end of the day, and yet it could have been brilliant. Imagine if the mist itself bent time. Those frozen bodies caught mid-scream, stuck between moments. Maybe the general lived on, suspended inside that haze, while everyone else who entered aged to dust. Maybe the armor kept him alive. That would explain his youth and the corpses. But the game never says, never tells you if magic really exists in this world, or if it's all just superstition and tragedy. So you're left guessing. And when the mystery finally ends, you get nothing. This setup was great, the build-up even better, but the ending, just like the bear quest, falls flat. You don't need new mechanics, you just need a point, a single revelation to tie it all together. But the whole investigation leads nowhere. Everything you already knew, confirmed, but never expanded. It's like that Batman story. The one where the whole city turns into zombies. He thinks he's curing them. But the twist is the zombie. That's the kind of ending this quest needed. Instead, it feels like someone gives you everything you wanted and then steals it all back. You're given and not given at the same time. Fascinating and dull, both. It's like they have one guy who on Monday comes up with brilliant ideas and then hands them off to others who have no clue how to finish them. They've got great beginnings, great middles, but no finals, no climax, and by Friday, no one even wants to think about how to end the story. That's the pattern across most side quests. And yet, I probably wouldn't even think about it if everything else in this game weren't such a masterpiece. The aesthetics, the graphics, the action. That contrast, that's what makes me expect the same level of quality from the stories. It's like reading a great book, only to reach the last page. So flat, it drains all the magic you live through. That's just how I see it. Maybe my expectations are too high, but what do you think? Is it fair to expect that? Or am I asking too much from the game? I even have this strange theory that it might be intentional, a design choice that make you want more, to keep you searching for that one quest with a real ending. Please leave a comment below, let's discuss. and I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe and like this video. See you in the next essential part. Next time, Uchi. A main story quest that feels off, but for completely different reasons, and I'll show you how one simple thing could have fixed it right away.